Loyalty here, you guys. How have you been? If you get this message later, I hope you're having a good day. Pray God is blessing you unconditionally, overflowingly. Okay, make sure I'm doing the right thing. Make sure this is. Uh, Try to make sure it's up there. Uh, okay, so I'm just giving my commentary on the Cinco and DDG situation. Um, okay. I love me some J Cinco. And it's not because of his looks, his curly hair, nice smile, and all that type of stuff. That's extra. Me with J Cinco, it's his heart. I've been watching this young man, and I'm about to be 45 years old. And yes, I pay attention to these young people real, real close. You know, I love me some J Cinco. And to be honest, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I did not like when he started hanging out with them. But because I know J Cinco's heart and how much he really do love God, I knew this was coming. I knew that it would be a fallout, whether it was with DDG or somebody, because they are way over their head. And when you are a child of God, you're not trying to be like everybody else. You are being yourself. And I don't think Jake Cinco wanted to keep doing that. My opinion on DDG is DDG needs a lot of saving. He needs to do a lot of soul searching. Um, he's confused about who he really truly is. He don't know one way. He want to be nice. He want to be a good person. He want to be a bad person. Um, and who you are is who you are. And I think DDG needs to do some soul searching. Now his fans, you know, they may need to do some soul searching too, because they're not allowed, taking accountability. You know, allow him to take accountability. They not telling him when he's doing wrong, and they holding him up in his wrong. Now I seen Jay Cinco when he did his video first, and he explained the reason why he left that Capilot, whatever that house is, whatever. I just don't think. I just don't think that. I mean, that just wasn't for Jay Cinco. Jay Cinco, I see his career being very big. I see him growing. Although you have people like DDG that don't want other people to grow over him, they'll do better than him. See, this is the thing with what gets me with DDG. And I'm going to tell y'all, like, somebody in the industry must have dogged the mess out of DDG before. Because for him to treat his friends, who he say is friends, the way that he does, and still calls them friends. You want yes men. You want to dog people out and speak ill on them. Not everybody is going to continue on taking that. Like, it's only so much people can take. And I feel like DDG thinks that he can say stuff and act like it's a joke. I have people in my life like that. They'll joke and say harsh things in a joke, but that's exactly what they be meaning. They, you can't get it past me. You say it in a jokingly way to, you know, make you laugh at it, while then you think about it, you be like, oh, wait a minute now. This person has said this way too many times. So I gotta make sure that this guy right here is still my friend. This person right here has the, you know what I'm saying, that they really truly care. No, Jay Cinco has done the right thing by removing himself from DDG and his crew. If they want to be followers, let them be followers. We're we're supposed to be leaders. You know what I'm saying? Get in the group of leaders, okay? Everyone can have a different position, but long as they self, they know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Or not. If you're a good friend to anybody, don't lowball your friends. You don't speak ill because you, okay, you are this. I mean, I don't listen to DDG music, okay, but kudos to him for being a rapper or whatever, or entertainer or whatever he is. I just know DDG from YouTube. I don't listen to his music. I'm like Reggie, who listens to that. Somebody does, but a lot of times people is from YouTube and just so happen to end up listening to his music by default because he's a YouTuber too. And he did that first. So okay, of course he may have more money than them, but it's crazy. You're so insecure where you have to throw money up in people's face all the time in order to try to get your point across for anything, and then you try to you be playing. No, you're not playing because you actually do have money. A lot of things, these people, when they do have money and they are privileged, you know, and they haven't always been privileged. They haven't always been privileged. I seen DDG was like, I'm homeless. I've been homeless. Like, dude, you sound stupid. Homeless is homeless. Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? Go put it on your mama. Don't put it on the people. Don't put it on J Cinco. Don't put it on the people that you call friends. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you can't even really put on your mama because you know why? You got up out of that situation. You made yourself better as far as financially, but your mental is messed up. Your heart is messed up. One thing I can't stand is whenever someone goes through something, they take that shit out on other people. Remove yourself from the scene if you gotta take and down other people to make yourself feel good. It don't make you look attractive, sir. I feel like Jay Cinco looks more attractive because he do have a heart. He do want to place himself around good people. He do have that walk with God. Yeah, we all fall short sometimes, but we, long as you're able to go back to him, you're living and breathing another day. And I also seen where BDG, every time some Seco said, God, it's like it disturbed your freaking soul. You clearly was not listening to DDG on that video. He was not trying to down you like you always down him. And I'm just gonna speak specifically about DDG. I mean, Jay Cinco, who you've down over. A man is not finna keep letting you do that to them. Dude, you may have the money, but you still not a man, DDG. You're still not a man. Grow the heck up. And your mama should have told you that. I even seen a clip where your sister even said that you were toxic. And then you talking about a watch that you gave her, and I'm assuming you took it back because she went against, said something against you that you didn't like to hear. That's crazy. Yeah, I really believe somebody has done DDG dirty in that industry, and now he's here to do, like the same things to his friends, if that makes sense. Like, as I remember, Kai had a scream, and was it somebody from the Amigos was like, told him to get up or something like that. One of them boys from the Amigos. And I'm just like, that's embarrassing. And that was on live screen, on Kai's live screen before. Maybe he felt embarrassed, and he feel like since he got all the money and the people that he called his friends don't have as much as money as him. They have money, don't get me wrong, but they may not have as much as him. Baby, them boys still working. And like, I mean, I'm so grateful that Jay Cinco did what he did and just separated himself from y'all. Because you got these yes men that don't have their own mind, that's trying to make it. They the ones need you. But I want my respect, okay? You're not finna sit up there and down me and continue on saying things about me, just low down stuff about me, and then you think that you're gonna keep calling me your friend. Now, that's a privilege, dude, for you to be a friend of mine. JC was like, I love them. I never spoke down about them. Or behind their backs. And you just sitting up there on your screen, DDG, acting like a big kid. You never let the man finish his sentence. Questions that the things that he was speaking about, and your dumb crowd just sitting up in there rooting you on, laughing. This shit ain't funny. Dude, karma is real, man. You gonna get back what you do to people. If not you, it could be somebody in your family. Like Jason Cole said, like, you're not bigger than the program. You're not. Like, you're a YouTuber slash rapper, and everybody sorry, I hope y'all still on here. Man, yeah, that was my phone ringing. But yeah, you are more of a YouTuber. Like Kai City, he got it going on. This is why he stays prospering. You know what I'm saying? And I see other streamers too that stay prospering. JC goes, he's gonna be big too. I'm telling you, like, I see his heart, man. You know, so yeah, he gonna stay prospering. And I'm gonna continue to pray for Jay Cinco, because one thing about it, he made the right decision to separate himself from you guys. Nobody needs to be around people that is a follower, and they feel like they only got one leader. You're not a leader of nothing, DDG. Nothing. Which is so crazy. You think that you don't run nobody. And I heard him say, my brother did everything for whatever that cap shit is. Um, why would you leave your brother? Your brother is so immature too. You know, he is very immature. Both of y'all. It's like y'all weren't taught nothing. You talking about the struggle, man? A lot of time, if you struggle like that, why aren't you humble? I tried to be humble, but it didn't work out for me. You don't do it for nobody else. You be humble for yourself. One minute you're sitting up here bragging about how much money you got and everything like that, like it can't be taken away. And then next minute I was humble, but I ain't finna do that no more. That is stupid. That is stupid. He's stupid. Like I said, Jay Cinco is a good guy, and I like the fact that he stood up for himself. He did what he had to do. He didn't go to fighting. He didn't call the homies. He could have. He could have, and I know that feeling. Could call somebody and just get you messed up just like that, but God said go. I gotta go. Keep your temper, calm your temper, because I'm quite sure because DDG talks too much shit. It's like he almost be wanting to get into shit to get hit so he can pay the money and to get out of the shit. So all the attention can be on him. Nobody got time for that. You're not a good friend, DDG. You're not. It looks like you don't look like you're a good brother either. Nobody can tell you anything. It's like you wake up on the wrong side of the bed every day. Yeah, you ain't gonna listen to nobody smile like me. You too good. You too good in your head and in your heart. You full of the devil. You know what I'm saying? So DDG ain't finna listen to no small people who he feel like you're beneath me. He said it many times, and his fans are so stupid. He has said it to them, and they just dumb themselves down and act like they don't even hear him. That's stupid. Stupid as hell. If you call other people that, you're definitely calling me that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a fan of yours, I don't get these people. Stop being a fan of these damn celebrities. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. They don't. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you they don't care about you, and it's just the under God truth. Just I don't set to worship no person. I hear clips of DDG music from like clips. Like he must have had to been played it or somebody else. Cause I don't hear. I don't know if it really was it, but I think it was. I don't know, but I know I wouldn't listen to that on no daily basis. Like I, I don't get him as an artist. He's confusing as an artist. I just know him from YouTube, and that's it. And I didn't look at him. I barely looked at him on YouTube. I didn't like his attitude. Still don't like his attitude. Um, you do supposed to think highly of yourself, but when people say that, they're not saying that in an ignorant way. You should think highly of yourself. You always supposed to think good about yourself. But meanwhile, thinking good about yourself, know that you don't have those demons in you at the same time, which DDG does. And God's children have to remove themselves from around people like that. I feel like he feels threatened by Jay Cinco. Because he has that godly heart, that godly spirit. He is spiritual. Jay Cinco is gonna go a long way, and he has a good relationship, not only with God but with the girl he's with now, and she is so beautiful. And Jay Cinco, don't let nobody play you like that, whether it's a female or whether it's these motherfucking dudes. That don't let nobody play you like that more than once, no more. no more. He apologized and then come back and do the same thing. He has a problem. DDG has a problem. Nobody around him is being true to him. And if they're saying it, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. He's a menace to society. He don't want to grow up. He don't want to grow up. You at this point, you is a grown man. So now I just feel like I'm doing good, Cross. I'm doing good. So at this time, you can't even really blame your parents because when you grown, you're leading your own way, and you're being the man that you want to be at that moment. DDG has a fucked up heart. Like I'm telling you, I can't just sit up here and watch that young man, but because he ain't gonna listen. That's one of them young people that's not gonna listen. But you can have a full conversation with Jay Cinco, and he's gonna listen to you. He's gonna listen to you talk. You know, you have. I mean, may not take everything, but he's listening. He's listening. You, a lot of young people, you can't get to listen. But yeah, this situations like so many people are seeing through DDGs now that had the experience of dealing with him on the same level as Jay Cinco. Um, they knew Jay Cinco brought something to the table. They knew it. So when they went in that, what is it, Capilot House? I don't know. I mean, that's the stupidest thing because after University with Kai Cenat, I mean, you came up with something like Capilot. That is so fucking stupid. The name, like, it doesn't draw attention like Screamer University did. You're trying to be so much like Kai Cenat, but you're, and I bet you he jealous of him. Cause that man he just had LeBron. Kai Cenat just had LeBron on. Wow, if you're in the industry like DDG says he is, how is Kai Cenat the one getting everybody in the industry and you not? You acting like, I don't know why these people ain't realized that yet. You're acting like that you got it this big. You can do anything. You this celebrity. You're not. You're a YouTuber, DDG. And that's how them celebrity people look at you too, like a YouTuber. They look at you as a joke. So you come to the people that's underneath you and you dog the less valued people that you feel less valued because you are making more money than them. And I never seen Queen Naja do that to people. And Queen Naja is very talented. Very, very talented. Way talented than DDG. I never seen her down people. Yeah, she went through her situation on this internet, but I ain't never see her down people on the internet like that. He has to go hard to keep having attention on the YouTube and in his music. You have to go too hard on other people. You probably saying what a lot of people say in the industry about YouTubers or people that's less fortunate, but we damn sure don't want to hear from you, DDG. I mean, to me, he's a punk. To me, he's a punk. And I'm thanking God that Jay Cinco took God first and separated himself from DDG. This young man has a lot of blessings upon him coming to him. And DDG, you know how you say, some people, I always said this to my children, some people can see the light in you before you can see the light in you. But except I know that Jay Cinco he knows his light. Um, but so does DDG. So does DDG. When Jay Cinco came in that house and all them girls was in that house, he was like, man, why you gotta use girl for content? Like, it's always some girls. Like, I don't want to be around all that. He got a, girlfriend already. He's like, girls ain't always got to be the content. Do some different stuff. DDG don't care because if his life messed up, he feel like how he ain't with Holly no more. He ain't got his son 24/7. Things are messing up in his life. You got to be mindful of people like that when they don't care about if they life messed up. They want yours to be too. They want yours to be too. You gotta be mindful of people like that. And God came to Jay Cinco and told him that you gotta go. You need to get around him. He's not a good friend. After saying I make more money than you punk all this type of stuff he's saying to him, and it ain't the first time. A real man ain't finna deal with all that. Hell, they don't even want to hear from their woman. They damn sure ain't finna hear from their homies or anything like that. What make you think you're different? And when I seen DDG live stream, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care how he hurt people because somebody didn't care how they hurt him in that industry. So he puts that off on the people who he called his friends and family because of all what he had to deal with. But we didn't tell you to do that, bro. We didn't tell you to go through all that. We got our own struggles we deal with. I'm not finna sit up here and blame anybody or take it out on anybody what I went through. It just ain't me. Just ain't me. This young man needs to, DDG, he needs to take it to God. And I'm talking about the real God, not the God y'all be worshiping in that industry. I'm talking about the real God. You know, on yourself. You need to help self first. And stop trying to tell everybody else how to do it and calling people names and stuff like that, but they supposed to be your friend. Humble yourself before it's too late. And you know what? I love me some J Cinco. J Cinco, don't put yourself in that position again. This should have been the time that you really truly learn. And I'll be back watching your video as soon as you make another one. I sure will. I love me some J Cinco. But you guys, I'm finna get up off here. That is my opinion, my commentary. Everything is allegedly on this channel about J Cinco and DDG. And yes, I did put J Cinco first because I feel like he is the real star. All right, I'ma holla. Bye. Peace.